Hello, welcome back to KJ Badminton Parental Coffee Talk. Still remember the ecosystem we're trying to build, the triangle. We have the parent corner, the players corner, and the coach corner. We have touched about the parents corner at one hand, the players corner, and the coach corner, which is what we are continue to talk about. We have earlier divide our topic into a one-to-one training versus a group training, and of course we have also gone into details on one-to-one trainers, on what are the characters we're looking for. Today we're going to spend more time on the group training. So what about group training? Hey, you know what, I'm a player, I'm learning this, I just got my backhand strokes and I'm really excited about it, I want to try it out. You're not going to get much of those in your one-to-one training with your coach. In fact, you would want to get into a group and try it out. That's the exciting time. It's bearing fruit. I want to try it out. Can I really get more scores and points and make sure that I can get the court coverage correct this time? Yes, it's time to play. Let the kid play. The grouped training on one hand is being seen as a playtime. So it's very, very important. How do we choose the group training? And of course, there will be coaches inside. For sure, and usually there's more than 3, 4, 5 trainees together in the group training. And more often, when the group is bigger, the coach will actually divide the group into beginner, intermediate, and advanced level, so that the level of players would play with their own similar level of players to make sure that they're benefiting each other. Just imagine an advanced player is actually trained together with a beginner player. How would, now of course the beginner player can benefit a little bit here and there, but the advanced player would struggle and he or she would just walk away one day from the training because it's just not effective. So identify those, that's a very first character that I would want to advise. Number one, you must make sure that the level of training is relevant to your kid. It's not too far high, it's not too low, because if it's too high, it's not good either. You serve and you kill, so you don't get to get benefits of it. And of course, that's separated by level. The second character I will always look for is actually how serious would the coach be. We're not here to waste time. Yes, we're here to play, we're here to enjoy, but we also at the same time, we're here to learn. Do not look for those that would always be joking, they'll always be having, spending time talking instead of coaching. They are such, I would call it leisure group training. I don't think that's meant for your kids if you are targeting him or her up for a level. And that itself, it's very, very critical. When you get in there, is if you, let's say for example, the group training is a 2 hours training, hey, you know what? It's only 15 minutes or 20 minutes that your kids are in action. So what's the point? Compared to the other group, yes, it's 2 hours training, but your kids get to be in action and get to be trained. Let's say for example, it's 90 minutes out of 2 hours. So it's very, very different. It's very, very different outcome. At the same time, I will also look for guidance from the coach when the boy is playing or the girl is playing. The coach will be able to provide guidance like, oh, this kind of shots, it's best if you do it this way. That kind of shots is best if you actually do it that way, and to produce different kind of results. Guidance. And it's not easy, guys. So it is actually, the guidance itself cannot just come to you or your kid only. Guess what? Because it's all come to you, what will happen? The rest of the kids won't get guidance. There's no point. So we want to look for a coach that will be able to share his or her attention span into all the players, so that we'll be able to benefit together, to grow together. So that's the type of group training that we're looking for. It's very, very important for that to happen. Sparring quality players is also the other aspect that I would be highly focusing on. If you were to go to a group training that is lack of sparring players, it's lack of similar level or higher level of sparring players that can spar with you, then it's going to be challenging. Even slightly lower, that's fine. It's perfectly okay. Why? It's very simple. It's simply because, hey, if your level is higher than the other one, you can actually practice consistency. You want to make sure you don't lose point easily by just playing a slower game, right? So that itself is a training on its own. But it cannot be that far off, right? So if that far off, it's no point, right? You're wasting his time, you're wasting your time. But anyway, sparring quality players, it's gonna be also very important, and that itself allows you to set certain target from time to time. Let's say, for example, my player is actually sparring with individual A, and of course, in the beginning, we lost the game. Individual A lost, won it by, hey, let's just say, for example, 21-5. Hey, big gap. Why big gap? Let's go do a little bit of analysis. Let's go talk to the coach, understand what we need to work on. Go work on it. Spend a few weeks and to make sure that those things that you worked on is polished. Once it's polished, come back and try it out again. Hey, have we actually closed the gap now? Instead of losing 21-5, are we winning now? If not winning, that's fine. What about 21-9? What about 21-15? Those are progress. So benchmark on certain players, and eventually, hopefully you get closer. And of course, remember, while you are improving, the other players are improving too. So you will need to close the gap quicker than the growth of the other players. So that is very, very important. You can only find those benchmarking, you can only find those opportunity of sparring in the group training. And one more really, really good things about group training is all about physical exercise. In group training, typically you would find, hey, they warm up together, they will actually start to training, segregate by group, they start the training. Eventually, when the training is over, they will actually do some sparring. Eventually, after sparring, they would go into physical training as of, hey, you do a lot of skipping, you do a lot of shuttle picking, footwork and whatnot. Its sequence could be different, but net of it, there's a group of people that's doing the physical training together, and that makes a difference because it's the toughest part of the training. It's boring, it's physically consuming, it's tired, and you would have very little, or your kid would have very little patience to get that done or consistently doing it. But if you're doing it in a group and everybody is doing it, hey, it's good. You would be able to help each other. It's the 1+1 effect. It's more than 2, that type of effect where group training, in that instance, doing difficult things together, it will give you motivation, it will give you competitive sense. Let's say, for example, if it's running around the court and we want to do like 5 rounds of the court and see who gets out first, hey, that is really, really good motivational factor to do it in the group rather than do it individually. So that itself, it's really a benefit for the kids to be in the group training. Net of it, there's quite a number of factors. Let me just quickly recap. It's playtime. It's really playtime for the kids. The serious competition type of coach is what I would recommend. Don't go for the fun type, the leisure type. It will not help much. The group should have segregation by level, by the beginner, intermediate, and expert. And look for guidance from the coach rather than the coach will just handshake and expect things to happen on his own. It does not happen that way. And of course, the sparring quality partners, that's very, very good. Do a benchmarking exercise. Last but not least, the physical training to be done together. That itself makes a big difference. You have not done so, I would want to remind you, please help me to subscribe, share and like this video so that more can benefit from it, especially those that you find that, hey, they are new into badminton training and they will definitely appreciate if you're sharing with them. I would want to also conclude this video by calling out that, hey, if you have gone into a training and if you are finding that, hey, there are other trainings that is much better, don't be afraid. Don't be worried that, hey, you know what, it's not nice, you stick with this coach. Let's not go over there. Yes, I mean, it is not nice. It's just move on because relationship has built. And eventually, when you want to make a change, you feel, hey, it's so paiseh, it's so embarrassing to stop the training here and go the other side. But I tell you one thing, You can wait, but your kid cannot wait. They only have that 5, 6, 7 years of time to really perform, learn and grow, especially in the early stage. That 2, 3 years, it's ultimately critical to get the right coach to help them. So you, as the parent, including me, which I've done so, go look for it. Go do a little bit of window shopping from time to time. Go try it out a session, a trial session, and if you feel that it's really good, do the switch. Thicken your face, get it done, do the switch. Do it for the good of your kid, not for yourself. You're not here to be comfortable. Your job is to make sure that your kids benefit from the session and continue the journey of being a strong badminton player. With that, thank you very much. We'll meet again. Thank you.